To scare her, Morgan. Usually I try to keep people out of the grave.
I was just giving her the walk around. This is Dr. Dory.
Season 6, episode 12 of Fear is said to be psychedelic, and something that Fear and The Walking Dead has never done before. It's said to be a more Grace-centered episode, so a lot more time with Grace. She's the reason we're seeing the show like this. Weird colours, weird characters, a weird time jump. It's all because of Grace. Judging by the trailer, it's likely she falls, hits her head, and that's when she starts seeing these things. But we've got to remember, she's pregnant. It could be a number of other things. And at the same time as this is happening, in the trailer we see Riley is after Morgan. So at the same time, whilst Morgan is trying to save Grace, Riley is chasing down Morgan. So in today's video, we're going to talk about this, and more importantly, of course, what these hallucinations actually mean. You know, I do love hallucinations. I think you can, I'm not even just saying that, I think you can get so much from them. I think it's crazy for a start that we just spoke about Rick and Morgan mirroring each other, which means Morgan would be taken by the CRM. And an episode after I made that video, this happens. He looks exactly like Rick in the season 9 premiere, you know, when he was taken. So we're going to talk more about that, and of course, a death that could happen in this episode, or because of this episode. I think something will happen to Grace, one way or another. Before we begin, make sure you subscribe, so that you are the first to see my videos. And make sure you check out the Discord for all the latest. So we've got Riley and some of his men chasing down Morgan. So we're going to find out how they tracked him down, because we know they didn't know where he was. They are after Morgan, of course, because he has the key. The key needed to initiate the nuke we saw in the submarine earlier on in season 6. Because these people, of course, want to blow up a lot of where they are and stay underground. So pretty much resetting a lot of that area in Texas. Now, do I think they're going to get the key from Morgan in this episode? Well, my theory right now that I stay strong to is that Morgan will be injured or need saving and will be taken by the CRM, of course, along with mirroring Rick. That's extremely likely what's next for Morgan. With Althea tracking down Isabel, she's going to come across a CRM helicopter by the end of season 6, and I think the timing of that will be the finale, and I think she will have to be saved and save Morgan. But I think once they do get the key, Morgan will be injured in the process, which would lead to him getting flown away at the time the nuke is initiated. But again, there's going to be some plays with time for that to happen, because you've got to ask, will they activate the nuke as soon as they get the key? Will they have to wait? Will they have to go and travel to it? They could get it around episode 13, or even this episode, but my theory is that he will get injured in the process. I think if anything with the key happens, this is where Morgan finds out they're after him because of it, because he's not wearing it. I think in this episode he will find out they're after the key, and then he will go back to the dam. The shot of Grace on the ground is pretty early on in the trailer, and I think this is her falling, hitting her head, and that's when the weird hallucinations begin. And this is where she wakes up and everything is psychedelic. You know, all of a sudden, Morgan looks like a GTA 4 homeless NPC again. All of a sudden, your boy looks like a 2003 retired rapper.
Trying to scare her, Morgan.
She said Morgan was scaring her.
Dr. Dory.
Doctor.
Well, self-taught. I was a nurse before. He insisted on the title change. Athena told me what happened. I'll just take a look. Doesn't look like you have a concussion or any sign of brain injury. What's the last thing you remember?
Traveling on the road with someone. And then it just starts to get a bit fuzzy.
You'll stay here, you get some rest. Maybe some things will start to come back to you. Hand me that water and keep her hydrated. This is Charlie, my apprentice.
Charlie.
My parents thought they were having a boy.
So did I.
On the subject of Morgan mirroring Rick, it was only 18 months after the season 8 finale where Rick looked like this. So are we seeing what season 8 once did? Do you remember in the season 8 premiere we saw an older Rick? It was dramatically older. It was a fake vision of what the season 9 premiere would be. Long grey beard, grey hair. Rick used a cane. We didn't actually see this in the season 9 premiere. This was just a fake vision of what life would be. The life that Carl had visioned. It's the same thing that season 8 did. Why is Grace hallucinating this, of all things? Yet she's stayed the same. It's almost like what happens when someone dies. There's an unfortunate chance that Grace could be having problems with pregnancy. She is due to actually have this baby pretty soon. She could be seeing these things because of issues with childbirth. In the opening minutes of this episode, Grace gets saved by a young girl. She says her name is Athena, and she's 16. She talks about her dad and that she lives at a dam. They arrive at the dam and her dad is Morgan. Grace is seeing her daughter and the life that she could have, but weirdly in this reality it's like she hasn't existed yet. She knows who they are, but they don't know who she is. The dam has bloomed and is more secure. Morgan's axe is still in the ground. I think this is the best we're ever going to see the dam, because I think that nuke is going to be set off, and this reality, of course, isn't real, but I don't think it ever will. I don't think it can be. It's just like in The Walking Dead where we saw Carl's vision. This is Grace's vision of something that won't be. This could also be something that Grace sees during childbirth, which could mean she could die while having the baby. It's almost like she knows she's dying, so she's subconsciously started having visions of her daughter being happy and of everything going well at the dam, but we know it likely won't. This is just Grace's vision. But what do you think? Do you think Grace will die? And do you think this is yet more foreshadowing of Morgan being taken by the CRM? Let me know what you think down below. If you enjoyed this video, then make sure you press the like button. It will help me out and get this video seen by more people. If you did like it, then check out my other videos. Check out this one for my full review and breakdown of episode 11, where we saw loads of more CRM stuff and what it means. And make sure you watch this one for the full rundown on why Morgan is mirroring Rick's story so much and what it means for him. It likely means he will be taken by the CRM and he will be in the Rick Grimes movie. And of course, make sure you subscribe so that you're the first to see my videos. Thanks for watching. I'll see you soon.